It's 5:30. I'd like to call this Logansport Parks and Recreation Board special meeting into session. Will everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Logansport Parks and Recreation Department is committed to building a vibrant and healthy community for future generations through accessible recreational facilities and programs that promote physical health, social engagement, conservation, and cultural appreciation. All visitors, please make sure you signed in. Our business for tonight is the opening of proposals for Dyckman Park Clubhouse. Request for proposals. Just open them. I've never done this before, so this is a first.
Well, they came by email too, so they're,
And am I supposed to do anything else but open them?
open them and announce them.
Our first proposal is from Shepler Construction here in Logansport. And our second proposal is from R. Yoder Construction. Anything else?
Well,
Take the show.
the only thing I was going to add is the Shepler's was
To,
based on, it was 249.
yeah, I saw it. Where did I see that?
2.499.
Well, that's the,
No, but I did see it in there.
you can see, $2,499,457 is their, quote. And there's alternates to add to that as well. Financial statement is here, insurance certificate is here, certificate of liability, I mean, and, of course, design proposals here, and you can see the basic design by KGG Architecture, who also did our initial renderings with the floor plan. And I don't, John, do you want to say anything?
What would you like to know?
Well, I just, I don't know, it,
Well, what we've done is we've partnered with KJG Architecture.
come up here to the,
John Smith, Shepler Construction. We partnered with KJG Architecture to come up with this conceptual drawing based on everything that was in that RFQ. It stated the things that you guys wanted. We felt like we captured that pretty well. Is there another one, Dan? That has the...
your elevations are behind it, yeah.
Okay. So we've tried to capture all the things that that was asked for as far as the location of the clubhouse, how we're going to get there, where the cart staging is going to be. Basically, just we were able to capture everything that was in that RFQ. And then that's the elevations, the different the four sides of it. The inside it, the ceiling will be black. It'll be black spiral duct, so it's going to be, the ceiling just kind of go away when you're in there looking at it. The other thing that I'm very proud of on all this is that all of our, not just us, but all of our subcontractors, the partners on our team, all local, which hopefully is important as you guys it is at us. But the exterior has some some stone on it. The interior of the bathrooms is also going to be a storm shelter. That was one of the things that wasn't required, but they kind of wanted it to be. So we've got the entire surrounding of the bathroom, and it shows it on the floor plan. But it's going to be completely surrounded with masonry or a concrete block with a concrete cap on it. So if people are out there in weather like today, when it started raining, if God forbid a storm or a tornado happened to be coming, we could all get in there and still be safe. New parking lot it'll park 75 cars. And so that existing parking lot will all be ground up and hauled away. And 2 offices inside, more storage. And when we're all done, I've also got it included there to demo the existing clubhouse and have all that debris taken away. We've also got landscaping figured in, $77,000 worth of landscaping, which sounds like quite a lot, but with all that we're doing, we have to figure the seating around the new parking lot, not just the landscaping. It's more than just a few plants and trees around the new building. We have a 25 by 75, 25 foot by 75 foot outdoor canopy for seating purposes. You can sit out there and eat and drink. That'd be looking to the south. And then we have a wraparound porch on the northeast part of it as well. I got those back. That'd be southwest part and the other part's on the north. But other than that, it's all captured right there in those renderings, and then try to put a presentation together showing everything that you guys wanted to see, or at least what was in that RFQ, so you can see that we put everything in there. One of the things I really wanted to point out is we really did our due diligence in getting with the city utilities to find out exactly what kind of infrastructure is at that building now, which we find out isn't much. So we found out that when there's an outing and the building's being used, they lose a lot of their water pressure. So we're going to abandon the existing 1-inch line, bring a new 2-inch line in, which is not a cheap venture, but it's definitely needed for the new building. Right now, they don't have true communication lines up there. They've got a hotspot that I think I want to say it's Comcast. I'm not sure about that. But we've got a new line figure to come in there to the building so they can have true good communications. Nice lighting package. So everything's, I feel like it's everything you guys would want in that building. Be happy to answer any questions if you have them.
The only thing I was going to add to that is your timeline is awesome, to be done. We start in October and be done by May of '25. You know, that's amazing. So,
And that's not counting on any weather delay.
no, I know,
So,
I know that, but it's still.
There's no weather in Logansport.
I know,
huh?
yeah, in my business, there's hardly any,
Yeah.
especially this year.
It looks great.
Yep.
Okay, thank you for your consideration, I appreciate it.
John, thank you for all the extra stuff that you provided here.
Happy to do it.
Yes, sir. Sir. No, I'm at the city building.
Since we'll go ahead and move on with our Yoder construction information. They provided a
I
proposal
will do that. Just-
using
All right.
the project team of RQAW, DCCM. I know I know of RQAW. They're good people, and I don't know any of the specific people. But, and then they've also included C&T Design, CE Solutions for structural engineering, McGee Design House, I assume for the interior design. So, and they haven't named their electrical or plumbing subcontractors yet. They did provide a couple of design ideas. It does say there's $30,000 scoping period lump sum fee. I think that was done when we did the police station. Their timeline is more like 14 to 15 months. But their price is based on $300 to $350 per price per square foot, with a 3-month design time and then 9.5 months of construction time. So, and they have worked on several other clubhouses in Indiana. Holiday Farms, Purdue University, Grand Park in Westfield, the Alexandria Golf Clubhouse here in Alexandria, Indiana, Valparaiso Country Club, River Glen Country Club in Fishers, Meridian Hills Country Club in Indianapolis. So they've done, and they have included the Grand Park Village design that they did too, so. Their insurance, their certificate liability insurance is included. Let's see. In their ability for doing bonds up to from 60 million to 120 million. So, anyway. I will send all of you the digital copies of this, so you can look on these.
What was their
online.
time frame again?
3 months of design time and 9.5 of construction.
So a year.
So,
So when would they start the design? Just whenever if we were to award them a contract, that's when they would start the 3-month process? Okay.
yeah. I think Shepler has been working on this already for a while to have this ready to go. I know they've been putting 3 months already into it, so.
So what's the total price? You gave us a square footage price, but like,
They didn't give a total
They
price.
didn't give us a total
They
price.
just gave us a per square
so we
foot.
can't, okay.
So,
Can't really compare apples to
Nope.
apples then.
Absolutely.
yeah, that's not gonna be easy to do. Until, you know, and so that's the next step in the process is reviewing what has been provided to us, determining our questions, looking at comparing and contrasting them to each other. I know there's a point system in the RFP that we've already established, that we will follow that in, we are having a committee meeting already scheduled for July 9th at 10 a.m., which I invited the 2 golf course committee members to be a part of that, so, and then Dean, Kyle, Brad, Kelly, who else? Dave, myself, Andy Mouser from Baker Tilly is on that, and the 2 attorneys from Ice Miller are part of that as well. And so, that's where we're at. Okay? Any questions on that part?
What is that, July 9th?
That's July 9th, and I expect at that point, or after we've had that meeting, we'll start either interviewing or negotiating, talking with each of the companies about some of our questions with them, and then from that point, we'll make a decision, I would expect, so. Our goal was to have a decision made by July 24th, which is the Parks, or there's a Board of Works meeting on that Wednesday. But that would mean that we have a Parks Board meeting on the 10th. I don't expect we'll have a decision that quickly. But we'll probably have to have another quick meeting just to say, this is who we've chosen, And then it needs to go through the Board of Works and the city council at that point, so.
Well, I think the biggest question is gonna be, we need to see a price so we can compare apples to oranges. I mean, other than what they've put in here.
For
There's
these
no
guys,
money, yeah,
yeah,
for
yeah.
Yoder. I mean, there's no way for this board to make any kind of a decision without a bottom line price, and I appreciate Shepler putting that bottom line price in there. And obviously, as you said, they've been working on this a little bit ahead of time, so, we're going to have to talk to Yoder and try to get a bottom line price, just to be able to compare apples to oranges, so. Mike, you got anything?
No, I was just say, and this is a bot like we did with the police station, is that how we're doing this?
It's a BOT, yep.
Yeah, okay, I mean, that again, I mean, that helps hold that price solid. It's doing that, so I mean, it's a good way to do it. So they didn't present any drawings, or they didn't do any?
No, they've got a couple examples there, or ideas that they were looking at, but I wonder if they weren't already ones they've used somewhere else. So, that's something I can start getting the information from them on some of that, so, anyway.
Anything else on the board?
I like the, I can't remember what the point system was. I like the idea that using local contractors is.
I'm in total agreement with that. I mean, I don't know what the point system is either, but I'm in total agreement that if at all possible, we should keep it local.
Yeah, just my experience I have with the schools and construction, when you got local people, they care more,
Yep.
because they can't just build it and walk away. They're gonna, if something's not
Absolutely.
right, they're gonna hear about it for the next. So I think it really puts skin in the game for people that are local.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, not to say that they wouldn't, but Yoder Construction can come in, build it, go back up north, and never see anybody who actually uses the golf course or the clubhouse. So, that's very important, so. Visitors' comments, anybody? Don't be shy.
Come on,
Come to the
Susie.
mic if you're gonna talk.
Come on, Susie.
Gotta come to the mic.
Okay, just take me a second. My name is Susie Walmsley, I live at 1669 High Street. I'm not gonna tell any of you anything you don't already know, but it's very important when you're working on a project to this degree that you hire local people if you can, because it just makes more sense that you're spending $3 million locally than spending $3 million out of town. So I just would, if I were making this decision, it would be easy for me, and it wouldn't take me long to make it. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Mr. Morris, anything?
No, I think a lot of this discussion should be held on the night. Today was advertised as open bids.
Okay. Board member comments.
Do we have to do anything to open bids, or is this technically?
This is
open?
it.
This is it. We just
We don't have
opened
to
it.
We did
motion?
it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is it.
We just did it. We're official.
Just one quick question on the design, maybe John can answer. The big room that says private lounge and golf simulator, is that two rooms, or is that one big room that's used for both things?
It's one big room, it's used, it's big enough to house both. They said they wanted to have
Two simulators, yeah.
TrackMan simulators, and it's sized accordingly to be able to make sure that both of those will fit in there, not just in the length and width, but also the height.
Okay.
It's one big room, as you can see, it's going to open up to the serving area to where if you're renting that, you could order drinks and have them even to.
But the golf simulators are not part of a private lounge people can't use.
No,
Okay, that was all my concern. I didn't know if that just meant that was not going to be open to the public for those or not.
I
So,
think that would be up to the golf pro at that point.
okay. That's all I got.
Mike?
I'm impressed with the presentation. I mean, the book. It's very, I mean, it allows us to have an idea, and also I assume they've taken some of Dean's input and put that into here.
Yep.
It looks like a lot of time to spend on it.
Well, you will notice when you guys receive the email with these in it, that Yoder Construction does have, and it'll be a preliminary design concept rendering of the clubhouse. And,
It looks like a house.
yeah, it looks more like a house that Dean can sleep in at night other than a
Well, you might as well.
other than a clubhouse, but you're there all the time, so I guess that
So
that means something, right?
Find a bed for you there.
did Yoder ever meet with Dean to get ideas for that?
No.
Okay.
No, and we did offer for anybody that was interested that we would be happy to meet with them and give them the tour of the area and the park and the golf course. I don't know if they ever showed up. Do you? They never told us that they were. Yeah, I don't think anybody knew that they were there if they were there, so.
Yeah, and that's in itself says something like, to me, but, you know, I mean, how do you, I'm not in the construction business though, so, you know, hey. Okay, nothing else? We will adjourn this meeting then at 5:52.